Welcome, my friends. Here we are on another cheap-ass beer review with Dr. Dave. Woo, I'm losing my voice here. I think it's that cold weather outside. It's not good for man nor beast, baby. At any rate, remember, just because it's a cheap-ass beer doesn't mean it's a bad-tasting beer. Just means it was inexpensive. And we have a beer here today that fits the bill. Oh, no doubt. Stroh's Brewing Company. When's the last time you heard about the Stroh's Brewing Company? Classic, baby. That's what it says, classic. I miss the old label, but hey, we still got the beer, no doubt. This checks in at 4.5% alcohol by volume. Date stamp right on the neck of the bottle says we should enjoy this before April 11th of 2022. You got plenty of time to do that. Is this a twist off? It is. You know you're drinking cheap-ass beer when you have a twist-off cap, no doubt. But I had my bottle opener at the ready. All right. Well, hey, we got some cheap-ass beer, and we got a cheap-ass beer glass. This is Dr. Dave's custom-imprinted cheap-ass beer glass. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man, I used to work with a guy, and this has been a long time ago. We're going back some years. Man, all he talked about was getting off work and have some Strohs. Now, that started out to pour a big-time head, and I slowed down, and then it stopped just that fast. Beautiful medium golden color with lively carbonation. It did make a small amount of head. I could have had much more on there if I'd have poured it straight in, but it looked like my cup was going to run it over, so I slowed down a bit, and this is what we're left with. It has a slightly sweet aroma, very grainy as well, very grainy. Hey, we're going to thank the brewers there at Stroh's for all the hard work they put into brewing this beer. Well, before I tell you that, I should also tell you that this is no longer brewed by Stroh's. Pabst Brewing Company bought, or purchased, if you will, the brewing rights to this beer. And Pabst is now based in Los Angeles, although the bottle says this was brewed in Milwaukee. So I think that Pabst still has some brewing facilities in the old style town there in Milwaukee. Now our head's gone completely down, and I don't see my stir stick here anywhere. So we're going to have to drink it as is. Anyway, cheers to the brewers. Cheers to you too. It's a very nondescript beer. I don't get a whole lot out of it, which means it's inoffensive. Now, I've had plenty of macro lagers that when you take that first swallow, you go, what the? Stop! What was that? Nah, this was not so bad. This was not so bad. This would be a great beer for the backyard barbecue, picnic, what have you. It's inoffensive. It's going to go well with a burger and fries. It's going to go well with a steak. It's going to go well with just about any food you could imagine. It's a good accompaniment for an outdoor barbecue, get-together, whatever you have there. Now, as far as the beer goes, though, there's not a whole lot to talk about. The aroma, like I said, you can get the maltiness, you can get the graininess in there. There's no hops in here what to speak of. It's not bitter. Slightly sweet in the aroma, but that doesn't come through in the taste. It's quite inoffensive. I don't have anything bad to say about the beer. I had this beer a couple of times when I was a youngster. I don't remember. It's just been too many years ago. Who could remember that long? It's certainly not me. Yeah, Stroh's. It's brewed by Pabst Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 4.5%. Now, what makes this a cheap-ass beer? Remember, the price. So let's grab the calculator here because I paid $6.29 for a six-pack. So you always take the amount of money, which is 6.29, and you divide it by the quantity, which in this case is 6. Don't know why my students could never understand that. They just couldn't grasp that fact. So what we have here, if you round it, is $1.05 per bottle of beer. And that's what makes this a cheap-ass beer. Yeah, $1.05 a beer. That's some cheap-ass beer. Now, you can probably get this cheaper in some parts of the country, but in my neck of the woods, that's what it is, baby. Hey, I'm going to run out of here, but before I do, I'm going to tell you, make sure you enjoy life, because life is short and you got to be happy. You have to understand that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't been around the block enough. No doubt about it. Until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers.